You know what I see happen a lot? It's something that I feel like a lot of my friends, maybe not a lot of them, but a good chunk of them have ended up doing. And it's whenever they get into a relationship or anything with somebody new, the first thing they do is lose sight of themselves. Now, maybe you don't know what I mean by that, but I'm sure if you're watching this video and you've been that guy before, you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say that. And I mean, that's literally like giving up everything you believe in, all the things you do on a day-to-day basis, all because you're in a new relationship. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of guys be doing this thing where they get distracted by a new girl who comes into their life, and all the things they said they were going to do throughout the year, or all the things they've continued to do for so long, go out the window pretty much. All their aspirations, dreams, goals, all that stuff is pretty much just gone. And it's all because some girls entered their lives and they want to make the most of that and spend all of their time with that individual. Listen, getting into a relationship is fantastic, obviously. And, you know, if you're getting into something now, that's fantastic, man. I'm proud of you. Like, good for you. But one thing you gotta never forget is the fact that you can't lose you. You cannot lose sight of who you are, because you are more important than anything in this situation. If you aren't taking care of you, and you aren't doing the things that you gotta do to be the very best version of yourself, whenever that relationship goes to shit, or if it ever does go to shit, what's gonna happen to you? You know, you were spending all this time, investing all this money, and doing everything in your power to please this girl while not pleasing yourself and making yourself happy. So now that she's gone, you don't know what to do with yourself. You know what I mean? Like, so many guys get into this situation where whenever this girl leaves, it's like they've got nothing left, it feels, you know? All these things that they've been doing for so long, these hobbies, these passions they've had, these aspirations and dreams, you know, that's all gone because they threw it out the window for her. You know what I mean? Like, it's frustrating, man. Like, it's an easy way to put yourself in a really bad spot, you know? It's a great, easy way to put yourself in a really shitty headspace. If you don't take care of you and acknowledge who you are and the things that you love and the fact that you got to make yourself happy while also making her happy, you know, keeping balance. Balance, of course, is what's needed in a relationship like this. You know, you got to do what's best for you, and at the same time, you also got to make her happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't choose one or the other. If you invest too much in yourself, you don't pay attention to her, you know, you might as well kiss your relationship goodbye, because it shows that you're invested more in yourself than you are with her. But in the same sense, if you invest too much into her and not enough into yourself, when the time comes, or if the time comes and she's gone, then you're in trouble, man. Like, you've got yourself into a really sticky situation, and it is going to be very challenging to get yourself out of it. In fact, it'll probably take a good chunk of time to get yourself out of it as well. And that sucks because, you know, that time that you spent with that girl that you were only spending with her and only spending on her, you know, you could have been investing that into other things too, besides just her. You gotta keep it 50-50, man. You can't be like, you know, can't be doing this 80-20 bullshit, this 90-10, you know, none of that stuff, bro. 50-50. You and her. One half you, one half her. You gotta keep yourself in check, man. You really gotta keep yourself in check. That's the most important thing, bro. Like, if you ain't keeping yourself in check, when she's gone, you're fucked. You're fucked, man. You don't want to be in that spot. I've been in that spot before, bro. And I mean, I don't really like using this term because it's kind of just like, it feels a bit like an Instagram term or a social media term. And it's kind of dead now because it's kind of like a 2021, 2022 kind of thing. But like, that's some simpy ass shit, man. You know, I didn't think I'd be saying that word again because it's like, I don't know. It's kind of a stupid word in my opinion. But in all honesty, it's like, if you aren't taking care of yourself at the same time, and all you're doing is everything for her, like, bro, that is kind of some simpy behavior right there. We don't want to be about that, man. We don't need that. I'm not trying to sound like some red pill, like, you know, life coach who's out here trying to take all your money, but I mean, you know, you gotta invest in yourself a lot, man. Equally as much as you do with her. It's the only way that you'll be able to make your relationship work. It's the only way you can stay happy, and the only way that she can stay happy with you. You know? It's the easiest way to make it work. 50-50, man. Split in the middle. Don't forget about you. Don't lose sight of you, man. Never ever lose sight of yourself. Because at the end of the day, if you don't know who you are, and you don't know what you want to do, you don't know what your goals and dreams and aspirations are, then who else is going to know what that is, you know? If you don't know what that stuff is, no one's going to come to save you, man. No one's coming to save you. If you end up in a rut, you get in a tight spot, you know, she leaves, something bad happens, no one's coming to save you. No one's going to make this pain better for you. The only person who's going to make it better is you. You're the only person who has the power to change the outcome and make it better. You are the only person who can save yourself. I can't do it for you, man. You know, I'd happily love to, but it's like if I come and save you, you haven't really learned your lesson. And on top of that, me coming to unquote save you isn't going to do anything for you. You're not really healing that way if someone's doing the healing for you, you know? So yeah. That's all I really have for today. A much shorter video for sure. But I really needed to put emphasis on this because I feel like it's a situation a lot of people find themselves up in. And it's a frustrating but also a very preventable way. A very preventable thing that you can get yourself out of, you know? Is something you don't have to put yourself in, you know? It's a position you can stay away from. But yeah, that's all for today. Stay blessed.